Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Eagle Pass Sports Central Prediction Show, Week 2, coming to you live today from Ancira Ford of Eagle Pass, alongside my broadcasting partner, Morris Lipson Jr. We want to start off at the top here by thanking our sponsor, Mr. Rodney Wynn and Ancira Ford of Eagle Pass, for his hospitality here, this lovely facility. Rodney, thank you so much for participating again in another season of prediction shows. Why don't you tell the folks that are watching on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, and listening on KINL 92.7, the great deals you've got here at Ancira Ford Eagle Pass.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say thank y'all, coaches, for, coming by and, giving me the opportunity to be able to host this event. It's one thing that's always close to my heart, which Morris can attest to, is, youth sports and pretty much any youth organization, we're involved in, heavy, whether it be the prediction shows, booster clubs, the stock show, the Babe Ruth World Series. We're involved, and we're proud to be involved, and we're glad that we're allowed to be involved. So, welcome, coaches. Thanks for all being here. I want to wish y'all a great season with no injuries and lots of W's and no L's. So, good luck. Good luck to y'all there. And as far as, what's going on here at Ancira Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, going on my 8th year here, we have never had discounts as large as we have ever had. And we're putting stickers on these vehicles. So if you're just, got it in your head, got a little seed planted, you could drive through the lot. They're going to see a lot of very bright prices and amounts off, up to $12,500 off in some cases. We're here to, make things happen. And, our mantra has always been to buy local. And, with all the sponsorships that come along that we do, we're keeping it local here. So thank y'all again. Good luck to everybody, and have a great season.
Let me just take an opportunity to thank Rodney Wynn, and he's always been sponsors so much of our youth activities, but especially with our Babe Ruth World Series. He was one of our major corporate sponsors. Not only was he one of our major corporate sponsors, he was also an ambassador, a team ambassador, and they hosted one of the teams to a meal and made him feel at home, and things like that make a big difference in Eagle Pass, Texas. So, Mr. Wynn, Rodney, we want to thank you for that.
Thank you, as always, to Rodney Wynn and to the folks here at Ancira Ford Eagle Pass for their hospitality. On behalf of our partners, Universal Media Connections, we also want to thank their sponsors: Sangar Furniture, La Villita Tortilla Factory, Maverick Auto Glass, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Jad Harper, David Chisholm, MD, Sarita Tortilla Factory, and Joe Ruiz. Morris, we're going to start over here in your end, where Athletic Director Eric Villaseñor is going to have some opening comments for us, and also is going to introduce our special guest this afternoon.
Well, I want to thank Mr. Wynn for hosting us this afternoon, and it's always great to be here. It's always a good time of the season. I just want to commend both programs last week at all levels on their sportsmanship. I don't think we had any personal fouls. I don't think we had any extracurriculars. We played sound football. And that's a testament to our head coaches, who really share the message that we've been instilling, which is what the UILs put out, which is the Texas Way. And the Texas Way is a sportsmanship initiative where we collaborate with our fans, our coaches, our kids, our community, to make sure that we respect the game, we respect the rules. And I just want to make that known this afternoon. Both our head coaches and both programs did an outstanding job in doing that.
We are adding a new facet to our prediction shows, and when we get new blood in all of our different positions, Coach Villaseñor had a good idea to every week bring in somebody from the coaches or the coordinators from the other sports, and I'll let you introduce.
I just feel they have they're on the front lines and they have direct knowledge of the kids and obviously the successes that both programs are bringing to the table day in and day out. So I want to pass it over to Coach Juan Gonzalez.
We'll pass this over here. We're sharing a mic, Coach.
Yes, no problem.
Welcome, but
Yes. Well, thank y'all for inviting me and so I can represent the cross country program and the track programs in the district. So
absolutely welcome, Coach. You were a long-time cross country and track coach at Eagle Pass High School. Of course, we lost you for a little bit there, and then you came back, what we like to call home, right?
Yes.
You came back to Eagle Pass, and now you're in this coordinator position. Tell us a little bit about the difference between focusing on one team and kind of the wider perspective of being a coordinator and making sure that the programs in the district are where they need to be.
yeah, so we had some young coaches, not by age but by experience, and I have 20 plus years of coaching cross country and track from my Catula days in Pearsall and now Eagle Pass High School and a little stint in McAllen, and I had a lot of experience, and I'm here to help mentor these coaches and kind of explain the training programs that our kids are going to be in, and like some of these kids, the majority of these kids start practicing in June, and Coach Janet Rodriguez and Mario Garcia are doing a great job, and their staff to help develop these kiddos. So I'm there to mentor and to advise and to help with training.
And it's certainly a program that has proven success. I think your results over the years have spoken for themselves. What is the challenge of imposing that kind of program or building that kind of program at the district-wide level?
I'm in a position where it's my dream job. It's you had to handle both programs and watch them grow, and especially the younger kids, because right now we have we have a senior in Javier Ramirez that's leading the WIN program on the boys side, and a junior, Rafael Garcia, on the boys side at Eagle Pass High. But then we have 3 freshmen that are up and coming, and they're in the district championship kind of mix, and Romina Ramirez from CCWin, Chloe Bartlett from Eagle Pass High, and Alex Alvarez. So those kiddos, they're young, but they're eager and willing to learn. So they're kind of like, they're open. They're an open book. They're growing and they're buying into the program, and that just bleeds into everything else. And the coaches, are there to support. So,
and it's something that starts early, isn't it? And when we talk about freshmen and JV football here, and the kind of feeder programs, even the middle school, the high school, the junior high programs, how they kind of feed into both of these varsity programs, it's the same for cross country.
Yes, it is the same. Our main focus at the junior high level is just to, keep it fun, no pressure, and just get numbers to the high school level. And once you get to the high school level, Coach Rodriguez and Coach Garcia will, make their magic and develop these kids into district, and regional, prospects. So
absolutely. You want to tell us about upcoming meets for both of these teams?
Yeah. So this weekend we are headed to Del Rio, and it's going to be we've already faced the Laredo schools, a couple times. So we're gonna face Medina Valley and Del Rio this weekend for the Eagle Pass High School district, and then the CC Win, we got rained out at Southwest at the little
sure the sunken
the sunken
the sunken place.
So they got rained out, so they jumped into the door room at this weekend, and then next week we have the regional preview at the Islander Splash in Corpus Christi.
Very good. So, and do you have the dates for the district meet for both of these teams?
Yes, district meet is going to be October, if I'm not mistaken, 7th for CC Win at Southwest High School, and then October 11th for the Eagle Pass High School in Del Rio.
Very good. Mark it on your calendar, folks. Go and support the cross country team. Mars.
He did well because you threw a lot of curves at him.
Good.
Oh, coach is ready.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us
Yes,
today.
sir.
The best of luck to both of
Thank you,
both of
thank
your programs, and welcome anytime here on Eagle Pass Sports Central
Yes,
of the
sir.
Prediction Show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And we'll turn our attention back over to this side. Morris has got head coach Rene Ramirez for the Mavericks, ready to talk about the coming week in Mavericks football.
Well, Coach, I know most certainly you're not going to want to dwell much on your previous game, but every game is an important game. There's a learning experience, and how you and your coaching staff handle situations like that, get the positive out of situations like that is important. So I'll let you talk to us a little bit about the Eagle Pass Eagles game, and then we'll move forward to your game against Uvalde.
Absolutely. Again, I think you said it best. It's a learning experience for most of us, especially myself, to clear our kids, but can't make excuses at the end of the day. I think we mentioned that last week. Credit to Coach Oliva and Eagle Pass staff and their kids for executing well. Absolutely, we have to find the positives out of it. Correct the not so wanted results that we expected. So it's carried over to this week. And our kids, I mean, they fought as best as they can for 4 quarters, and we're proud of them.
Coach, let me ask you a
Yes,
question here. It's kind of not to throw a curve at you, but what's the feeling when it's different when you're the head coach?
That's a great question.
I mean, really, it's
pretty much now you got to be involved in everything now, opposed to just one unit. So you do have to be on your toes. You have to be on all senses. That way, we don't get the shortchanged, so to speak, on our behalf, for our kids as well. So it's certainly been a huge step, but we're continuing to learn along with these guys to my side. We're a family, and they certainly keep me up to be and in check, so to speak. That we're on the same page.
Tell us a little bit before we talk to your offensive and defensive coordinators. Uvalde, what is you traveled to Uvalde?
Yes, sir.
And I think Uvalde played Carrizo last week.
Yes, that's correct.
I don't remember the final score, but I'm sure you prepared for Uvalde.
Yeah, we're coming off a big win, and they pulled it out at the end. The 13-8 victory after a 90-minute delay. Testament to them. They showed a lot of resilience. So they're coming off a big win, and we're traveling over there, hosting another home game. So we have our hands full as well. They executed well at points. I think we feel we can exploit them in certain areas in all 3 phases, especially with our game plan. Our kids are ready. We were mentally prepared. We had some of our best practices the past few days, including this morning, to our situational stuff. So we're excited for this. Like we tell our kids, we need to embrace our opportunity every single day, and much more for our next opponent, which is the Uvalde Coyotes.
Well, we'll bring her right back to finish up the win part of our program, but we'll do offense or defense first. Who wants to?
How you doing, Mr. Lipson?
It's so good to see you.
Back to back, Mr. Lipson. I came.
Back to back. The last time I remember seeing you was hitting a home run in Rogers Field.
No. First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Wynn, and credit to Eagle Pass. I mean, they had a great game plan. We didn't execute, but like I said, it's back to the drawing board. It's another week. We're not going to dwell on one game, and we're ready to go. We're ready to go face Uvalde. Uvalde's a 60-40 team. They like to run the ball. They have big offensive line, big back, big H-back. They have a good receiver, a good quarterback. They scored 13 points. I guess it's the field they have over there because the grass is so big that you can't even see your ankles right there. You could just see it on film. I mean, for some reason, they don't cut it. But you know something? Our kids, like Coach Ramirez, first of all, attendance was on. Besides all the points we had, remember, we were South Side, so a lot of the kids didn't have lights. A lot of kids didn't have rides. A lot of the kids, but they made it. They made it to practice, which was awesome. And you know something? We're ready to go. Our kids had a great practice, and you know something? We're going to put on a show on Friday. You know something? we're not going to disappoint people. I think they're ready to go. And like we said, we need to show what we see in practice every day. And we didn't get to see it this past week, but you know something, that's why we'll have another week. So we'll be ready to go.
I like you because every question I was going to ask you, you answered it before I asked it.
I kind of was figuring out. I was looking at you. You're going to ask me something like that, Mr. Lipson.
Well, let's look at the offensive side of the ball and see if we can move him over.
How's it going, Mr. Lipson?
Well, it's good to see you.
Likewise, sir.
You know, it's that many moons ago when you moved to Eagle Pass, I knew you'd never leave.
It's been a while. 18, what, 18, 19? Something like that.
I was a little boy then. Tell us a little bit about the offensive side of the ball.
First, congrats to Eagle Pass, and good luck this week. But Uvalde, kind of scrappy, but just like they do every year, they're going to come after you. They have a big defensive line, which, I think we match up pretty well. I think we're getting off the ball a lot better this week than we have the past few weeks. So I think they got a wake-up call, and we got a wake-up call on what we need to work on, and that's what we've been doing, sticking to what we do and, what we can control. So it's been a good week.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you. I know you're looking forward to the trip to Uvalde. We'll let Coach Ramirez finish up here before they I can't say they're going to get on the Golden Goose because they don't use Golden Gooses anymore. The old yellow buses, they travel in style, and they eat a lot more than just pre-prepared sandwiches.
Absolutely. Thanks to our administration for that.
Coach?
Now we want to welcome our public, our Maverick Nation. We do have some varsity games starting today. Our freshmen kick off at 5, followed by our JV squad scheduled at 6:30 and or after our freshman game. Again, we want to wish the Eagle Pass Eagles good luck versus Taft. And welcome also our Maverick Nation, our faithful, to Uvalde tomorrow. Safe travels to them, 7 o'clock kickoff. And again, Mr. Lipson, we're excited, and we thank you for everything you guys do for our youth, especially our student athletes at the Eagle Pass ISD.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Well, we're going to pass this over to get over to the Eagle side. And
Head coach Roger Olivas, I've talked to some football players in the past who say it's not real till you get really hit the first time. We got that out of the way. They got the hits out of the way. They're in real live game action, right? That week has passed. Moving forward, looking to Taft, talk first a little bit about some of your standouts in that first game, and then as you look forward to Taft, what's coming your way?
Well, I mean, offensively, it starts with our quarterback, Javi Barrera. He's a junior. He played a little bit last year, but he stepped up, and he made some key 3rd and long plays. He hit a couple of 4th and long plays that sustained drives, and then our offensive line did a really good job of opening holes for Luis Flores, and they took away some things away from us and opened up some others, and that's the kind of team we want to be. Is we want to take advantage of situations and what the defense gives us, and not what we always want to do.
Absolutely. Looking ahead now, this Taft team. It's a rematch from a couple of years ago, that first round of the playoffs that was played up there in San Antonio. Always a tough team. Here. Oh, that was played here. Yes, I remembered being at Incarnate Stadium for that Taft game. That was a different game. So always a tough team. One of the older North Side school teams. It's been around for a while. Taft has, but always kind of big and tough, right? What are you looking forward to?
I'll tell you how old that is. I was a senior when we played. When Taft opened up.
There you go.
And we won at Northside. But no, they're a big physical team. They were a playoff team from last year. They returned a lot of starters, 60-40 run to pass ratio. But the quarterback is really, really an outstanding runner. He's a good passer, but he's an outstanding runner. And, they got a big offensive line. They have a 6'4" receiver and a 6-foot receiver on the other side. But they want to run the ball, and they want to establish the run. and put you in situations where they're, second and short, third and short with the run. But and defensively, they're huge. They got 3 big defensive linemen up front, and they run out of a 3-3 stack, and they press their corners for press coverage. They run a lot of man. So hopefully we can take advantage with some of our fast receivers to throw the ball down the field, make some plays.
Absolutely. Let's talk for a minute here to offense coordinator Christian Garcia. Coach, head coach Roger Olivas just talked about some of the challenges that press coverage. Taft is known always for kind of having big guys up front first, right? So a challenge for your offensive line, and then those press corners. How do you attack that?
First off, I just want to say it was a great game by CC Win. We wish them the best of luck. We'll be supportive of y'all. I mean, we always play friends that are coaches, and we always say, I always joke with them, I hope you go 9-1, except that week we play each other, but we wish y'all the best. For Taft, we have a big task in front of us, but it's also a great opportunity for our kids. The last 4 years, that's kind of been our first round, so we've kind of used to the size, but we just got to execute. Like Coach said, they're going to be in man, so if we can get loose with some of our athletes, hopefully we have some big plays, but our O-line's got to play. They're big boys, but we just got to be fundamentally and technically sound, and we'll see how it goes.
We saw your quarterback, Javier Barrera, work outside the pocket a little bit here. That's going to be important with a big pass rush.
Yes, definitely, and we tell them, your feet are your weapons too. Don't worry. If you need to go. We're going to trust you to make the plays, and we have a lot of kids like that where, we can't really get mad at them they're trying to make plays, and so most times than not, they're going to be right.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. I want to pass the mic on here to defense coordinator Ricky Ruiz. Coach,
yes, sir.
Again, Coach Olivas talked about the challenge of a big offensive line and the challenge for your guys of getting through and causing some disruption in the backfield and those big receivers.
Before anything, I want to shout out to my defensive coaches. They've helped me out with the transition of being a defensive coordinator, and they do everything for me. So I want to appreciate everything they do for me, and I always want to thank them for being there for me. Coach Olivas cleans up everything I do, all the mess ups. But
Oscar Coca
doesn't do anything.
He says he briefed.
He's my weakest link.
He said he briefed you. What to say today?
Talking about Taft. Anytime you play Northside,
Brotherly love.
Anytime you play Northside, they're big linemen, fast kids. So we got a game plan. We're gonna stop number 7, and that's our game plan. The key to this game is gonna be how we react when they punch us in the face. Are we gonna stay down, or are we gonna get up and fight? We got a game plan. We're gonna play. We can play with this team. There's nothing wrong with us. We're fast too. We beat them in track. Yeah, so we're fast. So we're good.
Very good. Thanks, Coach. We'll hand the mic back over here to head coach Roger Olivas. Coach, this is a 7:30 start time?
7:30 at
start time.
Ferris Stadium on 1604.
Ferris Stadium on Bandera and 1604. We will be there for the coverage of that game tomorrow. Some final words from you.
No, I just want to wish the Mavericks the best of luck this weekend. Like Coach Garcia said, we're behind you all the time. It's always an emotional roller coaster for us because, we love you guys. We want you the best for you, and we see how hard you all work. A lot of you work with us, and we know what kind of people you are, and we want to wish you the best of luck the rest of the year, and, go take care of business. And, I want to invite our fans to come out to Ferris, and, it's going to be a great game there at 7:30. And like the coaches says, we're well prepared. The boys had a great week of practice, and we're ready to take on Taft.
Absolutely. We'll see everybody there. Everybody who's going to San Antonio tomorrow there to Ferris Stadium, have a safe drive. We'll see you up there, and we'll let Coach Villaseñor scooch on in here now for the prediction portion of our broadcast. And Morris, we'll let you take it away.
Yes.
And I'm very interested, Morris, to see who had the best record last week, to see who did well in their predictions.
I think you were talking to Coach Graff. I think
That's exactly what I told him.
for 3 days, you guys were probably checking everything out.
If it ended today,
That's right. That's right. If the season ended
Oh
today.
my gosh, I hadn't looked at it that way. But anyway, very briefly, we all we all went with Alexander. That didn't go well, and all of us went with Miami. That went really well, and we all went with LSU, and had a surprise there from USC. So, Coach Eric was at 6-4. He's already let everybody know that I was at 5-5. Roger was at 6-4. Ruben surprisingly at 8-2, and Rene at 6-4. So we're gonna get going here with our predictions for this week. The first game is what they call the Bird Bowl. I didn't know that. Harlingen South against Harlingen. Coach Eric. Harlingen, yeah, okay. I'm going to take Harlingen, and Roger?
Harlingen.
Harlingen, and Ruben.
I'll take Harlingen as well.
Harlingen, and Rene? Okay. I think whose game was this? This was your game? May he rest in peace. That's a Conrado Perez move. Atascosita versus Katy. Okay. I'll follow you. Roger?
Escosita.
And
Fastest
Ruben?
man in Texas right now.
Well, after Coach has said that, I'll take a Escosita too.
And Rene? I thought you were going to take Katie there. The next one looks like a Coach Graff deal. Crystal City against Pearsall. Eric. Pearsall. Oh man, I don't know. I'll take Pearsall. And Roger.
I'll take Pearsall.
Pearsall and Ruben.
Pearsall too.
And Rene. Madison and Harlan. Eric.
I'm gonna go Harlan.
Harlan, and I will take Harlan.
Harlan.
Roger. Harlan and Ruben.
I'll take Harlan there too.
Well, gosh, I mean, Rene. Harlan. I must know the games weren't really Steele and Reagan. What about Steele and Reagan after last week's Reagan against Reagan's game and Steele's game? Eric. Steele. I will take Steele. Roger.
Steele.
Ruben.
I'll go Reagan there.
Oh gosh. And Rene. Steele. Oh.
I'll dance with the one that brung me. Reagan got me some good points last week.
Let's give Brennan a second chance here. Brennan and Smithson Valley. Eric.
I'm gonna go Brennan.
You are. You're looking for a comeback, huh? Gosh, that's a tough one. Yeah, also Roger.
I'm gonna go Smithson Valley.
Smithson Valley. Ruben.
I'll take Smithson Valley too.
Smithson Valley. Rene. Smithson Valley. Coach Tom isn't here today, but Texas and Michigan. Eric. Texas. Gosh, I saw some of the predictions last night. I'll take Texas as much as my maroon blood. Roger?
Texas.
And Ruben?
And I'll take UT right there too. Yep.
And Rene?
Michigan.
Oh my gosh. A battle for Texas here. UTSA and Texas State. Eric? UTSA. I'll take I'll take Texas State. And Roger.
My daughter graduated.
Say.
And Rene. Colorado and Nebraska. Eric.
Nebraska.
I'll take Nebraska. What about Roger?
I'm gonna take Deion Sanders in Colorado.
Buffaloes, Ruben.
Yeah, Shadur Sanders to Travis Hunter. That's the best combination in college football. I'll take Colorado there.
Rene?
Colorado.
Cowboys and Browns. Eric.
Cowboys.
My wife will love me. I'll take the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Ruben?
And I'll take the Cowboys in that game as well.
Rene? Cowboys. Well, there you have it. Those are our predictions for our second week. Ruben, take us home.
Well, on behalf of our partners at Universal Media Connections, we want to thank their sponsors, Sangar Furniture, La Villita Tortilla Factory, Maverick Auto Glass, Border Federal Credit Union, Stat Emergency, Texas Diamond Garage, Jad Harper, David Chisholm, MD, Saritas Tortilla Factory, and Joe Reese. And on our behalf, we want to thank Rodney Wynn and the folks here at Ancira Ford Eagle Pass for their hospitality and for hosting this prediction show. Good luck to both teams. On Friday, tomorrow, Mavericks will be in Uvalde. The Eagles will be up in San Antonio at Dub Ferris against Taft. Should be both good games. Until next time, take care.